The following upload is intended for reaction purposes only. All rights are reserved for the initial copyright owner. The full reaction to this video is available on my Patreon in the description below. Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching House of the Dragon. This is episode 5 of season 1. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far. And yes, it has been a bit of an absence from episode 4 to 5, but I have been away on vacation. I missed 3 episodes, which is crazy. So I do have 5, 6 and 7 hopefully coming to the channel literally in rapid succession. So thanks for supporting it, and hopefully stick around for what's to come, because I really enjoyed last episode. And if I can remember what happened, you know, this is like a recap for myself. I've not gone back and, you know, checked what happened, but from memory, we had Daemon turned up to the king, didn't he? Kind of bent the knee. He was there. He was spending some time in the, you know, in the kingdom. He also spent a lot of time with RHAENERA. It's really interesting, you know. He ended up taking her out into the city streets. He snuck out at the night. She was experiencing nightlife and the people. Do you know what I mean? Like up there, it's a different experience than down here. She was listening to some people play out stories and who should be the next, you know, in line for the throne, so to speak. And speaking about being next in line for the throne, the king's health is massively deteriorated. If you look at him from episode 1 up until episode 4, he is massively going downhill. He's going to be dying soon. He's got to be, honestly. He's looking well bad. But she was down there. Then he took her to a brothel, Daemon. They started making out. Looked like they was about to have sex, which is crazy, but not crazy for, you know, the Game of Thrones franchise. And then just when she was gagging for it, she was waiting for it, he pulled away and disappeared, left her wanting more, mate. So what she actually done is she went back up to the tower. She ended up sleeping with Kryston, mate. And he sold it pretty good, to be honest. He was really reluctant to actually do anything with the princess, obviously, because of who she is. But he ended up, you know, his feelings took over. He went for it, and he obviously slept with her. Now, Otto had a little spy down in the city, and he ran up. It was only a little kid, and he told him the information, and he's gone, and he's told this to the king. Now, the king's obviously fuming. He's gone and beat Daemon up, and Daemon was asking for a hand in marriage, mate. He was saying that we can strengthen the line. Do you know what I mean? You're weak, I'm strong, she's strong. We could be a massive power couple together. I mean, I would love that, me. I actually would love it. I think them two are absolutely sick. I would love to see that. But obviously the king rejected it and banished him. He then went and confronted RHAENERA, which she denied, you know. She was saying she's still pure, she's not slept with anyone, she's still a virgin. He was obviously questioning her. She was then saying, like, don't you trust me? I'm your daughter, why are you asking these questions? She flipped it, started blaming Otto, do you know what I mean? She was saying, this guy, you think that he's working for you? You think that he's your right-hand man? Well, no, he's only got one interest, his family, you know, and now that he's got a grandson who could be heir to the throne, he's doing everything that he can to get rid of me, which I do agree, mate. The king offered a new proposal. He's like, look, mate, I said that you could find your own husband, but it's been too long. It's been months. You've not found anybody. You've had so many suitors come that have been worth it, and you still rejected them all. Now you're going to marry a son of the sea snake. So she said, fine, I'll marry one of them if you do one thing as well. Otto can no longer be your right-hand man. You do your duties, I'll do mine. And at the end of the episode, he sacked him. Literally, he took the pin off him. He said, look, mate, you've been a loyal servant, but no longer do we need your requirements. Very, very interesting. Can't wait to see what we have in store for us. So thanks for checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode. You wouldn't trust him, would you? Dodgy. When you see someone like that, you know something dodgy is happening. Oh, alright, Daemon.
Cast you aside in favor of a little girl.
Let's try it down. Oh, mate, that would hurt.
I knew you couldn't finish.
Hi. Yeah, it's gonna bash her head in. Oh, she must be wounded that she just said that to him then.
A moment. I do not wish to see you go. She swore her innocence, and I believed her.
You wanted to believe her, as did her father. It may be months or years, but he'll not live to be an old man. And if RHAENERA succeeds him, war will follow. Do you understand?
Do you know, for him, right, it's got to be embarrassing from being in this position, for being in such a high command, like, to now be in whatever he's doing. Do you know what I mean? Anything in life where you've been downgraded, you know, it's not good to... also, you know, she was right though. He was relentless in pushing Aegon to be the heir to the throne. Like, literally, it was so obvious. You know what I mean? Like, when you have like a little agenda, you're trying to force something or worm your way in, you don't make it obvious. It was so clear for everybody to see. More people, not just me, obviously I'm watching it, but like actual more people in the show was picking up on it and commenting that obviously he's got his clear vision on what he wants. Now, she was saying that, well, he was saying, sorry, that if Rhaenyra takes charge, and obviously she becomes next in line once the king dies, then the only way that she can make sure that she stays there is to kill everybody else underneath her. That's what he's just saying, but I don't think she would do that, to be honest. You know, I might just have high hopes, but I don't think he would. I just think that's a fear that he's got, and that's why he's taking the stance that he's got. Oh, right. He's going to offer a hand in marriage.
Your father was a good man.
As is yours, who took his place.
Oh, right. He's sad took her place.
You're perhaps in need of an ally?
I'm the queen. I have no shortage of allies.
Naturally. Princess Rhaenyra, for example. Wonder if she could be relied upon now that she's unwell. It's just that on the very same night your father was dismissed, the Grand Maester delivered a tea to the princess's chamber.
Yo, to counter that though, right, we do have to counter it. It wasn't a request, and she never admitted that she did sleep with anybody. She never admitted it was Crystal, never admitted it was Damon. You know, I assumed that the king sent that as a precaution, as if to say, look, if you're chatting shit to me, drink that. Do you know what I mean? That's what I thought happened anyway. Now, I wouldn't have drank it if I was her, but maybe she did drink it, who knows? But it is a big pot stirrer, isn't it, mate? Everybody loves it.
Princess.
Are you well?
No.
I congratulate you, Lord Lionel. I can think of no man more suited to be the hand of the king.
I wish to propose a marriage between your son, Selena, and my daughter and heir, the Princess Rhaenyra.
In keeping with Westerosi tradition, their children would take their father's name.
You are not proposing the Targaryen dynasty end with my daughter, simply because she is a woman. Selena and Rhaenyra's children shall take their father's name. That's time when their firstborn ascends the Iron Throne. He or she will do so bearing the name Targaryen.
I would take that deal.
This is an equitable compromise.
Yeah, I would have took that deal. Oh, if I read that situation right, the king proposed that they get married, and when they do have kids, they do take his surname. But when they're actually on the throne, the class as Targaryen. Do you know what I mean? So like, they don't physically on the birth certificate have Targaryen, but they're known as King Targaryen and Queen Targaryen, so to speak. Unless I've totally misread that conversation, I would have offered another counter proposal, which I think that one that he just says pretty good actually, because it ensures that the name's always acknowledged as the king and queen on the throne. But I would have said, obviously, if it was a male, you could take your name. If it was a female, they'll take ours, and that way, as the family keeps going, the names will constantly be in history on sitting on a throne. Do you know what I mean? So it'll ensure the family legacy for both of them, whether it's a male on the throne or a female. Each family be represented, and I think that would be a decent way as well. But it worked out well. They both accepted it. It went much smoother than I thought it was going to be.
And what do you propose?
Just be together on the throne, but not together.
That we perform our duty to our fathers and to the realm, and when it's done, each of us dines as we see fit.
The lords of the realm bent the knee to Rhaenyra and swore obeisance to her.
That was before there was a true-born prince named Aegon Targaryen. Rhaenyra's succession will be challenged.
Anyone fool enough to challenge Rhaenyra's claim will be crushed.
To what end, Corlys? Wealth, power, pride?
Justice.
Oath gives you leave, of her own free will, to continue partaking of. That Rhaenyra will be queen of the Seven Kingdoms, and you will be her king consort. Will you wear your crown today, your grace? Well, this is better than I could have hoped for. She has a paramour of her own.
Well, I know you a bit.
You know more than a bit.
That you are to be married off at your father's whim with no thought given to the yearning of your own heart.
Do you reckon this guy's offering it?
I was a knight in the Stormlands. I'm asking you to come with me, away from all of this. Go where we like, to love as we like.
She wants to be queen.
In Essos, you could marry me.
I am the crown.
Yeah, I am the captain.
Or I will be. My marriage does not have to be the end. So Kristen, Leanor and I have an understanding. I've granted him leave to pursue his own interests. and in turn he's granted me the same. The Iron Throne looms larger than me, larger than anyone in my family.
I like that convo with me. Do you know what? I like that conversation, and I can't really blame her for not accepting it. Like, yeah, no matter how much she says that she don't want to do this and that, and all, mate, she's gonna make history. She is literally going to be the first woman on the throne. Why would you pass that up? Do you know what I mean? So I understand where she's coming from, and she did offer him that proposal that I was saying before. Do you know what I mean? Like, both of them marry, but both of them do their own thing. She can stay with Kriston, he can stay with that other guy. Both of them could be the sworn protectors, as he's just saying there. But the guy, man, obviously he's pretty wounded himself. He's thinking about the actions that he's done, and now he feels like he's, you know, lost his own little value and his own little bit of pride or whatnot. And he thought that obviously, like, if he married her, he could get it back. Do you know what I mean? And like do better. But that's the best offer he's going to get, let's be honest. You know what I mean? Like, the Queen has a sworn duty to do what she's got to do. She's got to marry into a successful house. She's not going to marry somebody who's just from a local village. Yeah? Let's be honest. This is back in day. Now it might happen. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's a person, and everybody's accepted. Well, most people in society now. And it is possible that somebody who's not a queen, look at Meghan Markle. Do you know what I mean? She was in Suits, mate. Literally, she was in Suits. Loved that show. And somehow, mate, she's married to Prince Harry now. Madness. Anybody can get there, but in this time, this is the best offer that he would get. She's going to pressure him, isn't she, into asking about that drink.
I fear I must question you on a delicate matter. So concerns our dear Princess Rhaenyra.
Mate, cogs are spinning in his head.
It is of course unthinkable for me to question the virtue of the princess, whom I hold in highest regard. Breaches, or rather lapses.
It happened, Your Grace.
Whoa, guys, spit it out there.
I have committed it. As a clement queen, you are inclined to pity. I would ask only this. You would sentence me mercifully to death.
You may go.
He's like, alright, see ya. What was he playing at there, mate? Literally. The guy's well salty that he didn't get his hand off it. Do you know what I mean? She didn't say yes to him.
Where's the Queen?
I was given to understand that she is otherwise occupied, Your Grace.
I have neither fought nor conquered, nor suffered any great defeat.
Is it not better to live in peace than to have songs sung after you are dead?
I don't think this guy had the balls to actually going through to battle me, to be honest. Damon has, he hasn't. No, wedding celebrations, eh?
Lannister, with their lord, Jason Lannister.
I understand the Queen is still readying herself.
This is why men wage war, because a woman would never be ready for the battle in time.
She's like, what?
Lord of the Tides, master of Driftmark, and his lady wife, Princess Rhaenys Targaryen.
They do look good. That's what you call an entrance. Queen's still not there. There he is, mate. He's got the balls, mate. And he's got a chair as well. No, they didn't dismiss him.
Reaching back to the days of old Valyria and the age of dragons. With House Targaryen...
They're ending up together then. Is this just something? I don't know.
I hope to herald in a second age of dragons in Westeros.
I was never much of a dancer.
It's not much different to combat.
I shall hope for a different outcome.
This guy buzzing.
Men are made to answer for their crimes.
Who are you?
Of Runestone. I am cousin to your late lady wife.
Such a tragic accident.
You know better than anyone. It was no accident.
I know who it is. The handsome parable. Sir Kristen Cole.
Oh, he observed it well, didn't he?
Look at him. The man is fully construct.
Oh, this guy's sneaking over.
They make a handsome match, don't they? You don't know me, Sir Kristen, but we are both deeply invested in this union. Sir Laenor is quite dear to me, as I know. The princess is to you. But we should swear to each other to guard them and their secrets.
She lying or what, mate? It's Alison, mate. She's done something, I reckon. Oh, there we go. Oh no, it's Kristen. Why is this happening? Why has he done that? Because he just went over to him.
And here tonight in thanks to join two souls as one.
Guy's gonna kill himself, mate. Literally.
I proclaim Leonor of House Velaryon, Rhaenyra of House Targaryen to be man and wife.
Sir Kristen.
Yo, Alison, mate, she's fully involved. Oh, King's dead. That was mad, wasn't it? Look at that ending. Crazy. Damon, what was he saying? Missed it. Chaos erupted. Mad, mate. I knew something was happening anyway. That intense music lasted for about 15 minutes. Knew something was going on. I was going to say before all that happened, if I was going to pick one person out of all that to die, I'd smoke Alison off me. Literally, I'd kill her. Like, I literally would. After this episode, I don't dislike her, to be fair. I just say if I got to pick one, I would have killed her. I don't understand why she's so heavily hardcore caring about Rhaenyra. Yeah, I do get it. Yeah, you know, that kind of storyline got her dad sacked. You know, her son's kind of like heir to the throne as well. If it wasn't her, she's kind of heavily involved. But like, she's just like well pissed at the king, like as if he was like withholding information, and the king didn't even have the full information himself. He never fully knew that Rhaenyra had had sex with somebody, whether it was Kristen or Daemon. He just took the assumption that if it may have happened and she was chatting to him, that, you know, there's a drink for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's been like well salty all episode and moody. I knew something was happening with that green dress when she come in. I wasn't too sure what it signified, but was it one of the Lannisters said something like it signifies battle or something? It said like, what is the colour of the flag that gets raised when war's about to happen? They said it was green. And obviously she's coming on that. I knew some chaos was starting. Now the interesting thing is that Rhaenyra is obviously going to be queen now, not? Like, is that not the case? Because if he's dead, she's next in line. They've just been married. That means the Velaryons, they're going to be on the throne as well. Both of them, king and queen. Now, the interesting thing is that his boyfriend has just been killed by, obviously, Kristen. And that he knows that Kristen is the person that she slept with before. So, like, he knows that information. Now, if Kristen died just then, he would have been probably fine with that. But he probably wants to avenge his boyfriend's death himself. Do you know what I mean? I would anyway. How could Kristen manage to leave there? Like, how's he walked free? Why has he not been arrested? You know what I mean? Like, why is he not being punished for what he's done? What's the justification, these reasons for those actions? Do you know what I mean? Like, a battle erupted. Why? That's the first thing that we need to know. Like, if I was in that timeline. And then second, I'd be asking, like, why is he walking away free with no consequences? Do you know what I mean? Especially if I was a Velaryon now. I'm literally king, pretty much, after it looks like the death of the king just there. I'd be bringing him straight in and getting him. I don't care if he's a queen second, you know, like right-hand guard or whatnot, or if she slept with him before, he'd be coming straight in and I'd be killing him. That's what I would be doing. So, mate, I'm interested to see the next episode. Okay, so that's going to wrap up today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I think that Rhaenyra is getting with Daemon. That's what I think. After the last episode, I just kind of thought it was going to happen anyway. I'm interested to see where we go from here. You know, I never expected what just happened there and the king to possibly die. I did say in the start, though, that, mate, he has been in a bad way, hasn't he? Every episode he's deteriorated. He's been well healthy in episode 1, and then we've seen that. Was it from sitting on the Iron Throne and getting a little cut on himself? He did have something on his back as well that looked like it was infected. And obviously, he's rapidly deteriorated through the 5 episodes. His arm was all dirty and hanging today, you know, he's coughing constantly. It looks like he's just passed away just here now as she's just been married. And the marriage as well was accelerated forward. At the start of that feast, they were saying that it's going to be a 7-day event of like games and, you know, celebrations, and then after it they're going to have this marriage. But then Kristen's just come in and smoked that guy off, chaos has erupted, and obviously they fast forwarded it and just got married straight away. Now Daemon is obviously danced on the floor with one of the Velaryons as well, which I think would be very interesting. Imagine if he got with the sister of Rhaenyra, is now king, you know, husband. That'd be some mad twist, because then I do personally think that Daemon and Rhaenyra is going to end up together for a short period of time anyway in this season, or maybe next season. I don't really know how it's going to go, but I am excited to obviously see, because it's going to be a change of command now. We have been told a few times that once Rhaenyra takes charge, she takes the throne, daggers, mate. People are going to be coming for her. People are going to want to striking her down. She's going to be the first female person there. She's going to be that queen. And, you know, Haran, she did have that possibility. She had a choice, didn't she? Well, she didn't have the choice. The public had the choice to choose, obviously, Rhaenyra's dad or her cousin, and obviously they chose the male. And now she is obviously going to be the first woman in line, which maybe we have that introductory ceremony next episode as well. We've seen the wedding today, which was not a really good one, to be honest. You know, I would have actually liked a whole episode on the build up to the wedding. We had a whole episode today of like the proposal and celebration. I would like to another wedding where you could just focus in on all the crazy events happening there as well. But if the king's died, then we're going to have, you know, what is it when you call that an inaugural thing? I don't even know, mate. Like where you go in and you crown the queen, crown the king, then maybe it's chaos happens in that one. Maybe it's not a next episode, it's the one after. But I would love to see Daemon and Rhaenyra sat on the throne. That would be absolutely sick, mate. But I did enjoy today's episode. Thought it was a really good one. Thought the past few have been pretty decent, to be honest. I would say if I was rating all of them out of 10, so to speak, that we've had 5 so far, I would say all of them have been at least a solid 8, which I think is really good, to be honest. You know, I would happily take a consistent show pulling out 8 ratings all the time. Some of them have been much better. I really like the last episode, and this one's been decent as well. So I'm excited to see where we go, you know. I understand as well that the viewership's been increasing, which hopefully means that the episodes are constantly getting better as well. And I'm excited obviously to see episode 6, which I'm going to jump into in a minute, and hopefully guys tune in for tomorrow to watch it as well. I'm really excited. So thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.